Hi Saggy, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute. Thank you so much for everybody's support and patience. Everything went haywire for a while, but hopefully we've got a handle on it now. I'm trying to get everything back into a regular schedule. So with that said, though, a note on personal readings, my schedule has changed drastically. So I'm only able to complete personal readings on the weekends now, which means if I don't get to it one weekend, it does have to wait till the following weekend. I am still doing urgent readings and responding to requests through email on a case-by-case basis on a personal level. So I try to get to some of those during the course of the week. However, as far as like commitment on other readings, those would be done on, if it's not done on one weekend, it would need to wait till the following weekend. So please keep that in mind before placing any kind of requests. Also, this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and then also Mars and Venus. If this resonates with you, please take with it what does and then leave the rest. That's obviously what's for you. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into the February love reading. Any questions or anything like that, you can leave in the comments below. I'll try to get back to as many as possible. Okay, so the first card that I have for you is the Knight of Cups. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Tower, Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles, goodness, Five of Wands, Justice, and the World. Okay, Saggy, so let's see here. First, it looks like there is... This Knight of Cups would be indicative to me of some sort of emotional offering or a love offer that has taken place or is about to take place. I feel like this could be either you making an offer to someone, or perhaps you have a water sign who's in the picture, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, perhaps. But I feel like there is an emotional communication that comes from the heart from one party to another. The next card that we have is the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you may be in a situation where it's perhaps maybe you're taking a lot of your focus and paying attention to career. It could be that this is something that you've worked very hard for, or perhaps there's a relationship that there's been a lot of work put into, or perhaps there is a relationship that is connected to your career as well. And it's like there's been something built here together, but I feel like this is impacted by this love offer here, because it's like there's something that's been worked very hard for, but then after that we have the Tower. So things sort of fall apart. I feel like things are shaken to the core. Something unexpected happens. It's something that's along the lines of like you never thought this would happen. And it kind of throws everything off, I feel like. But I feel like this is a necessary action, because I feel like for a lot of you, especially with this World card here toward the end of the reading, I feel like a lot of you, there's been a cycle of something that's been going on, and this is forcing that cycle to come to a close. The next card that we have after that is the Three of Swords. So perhaps there is a third-party situation that's been going on that comes out. Perhaps there is a betrayal that's taken place, or a disappointment that's taken place, or perhaps you have hurt somebody. But I feel like there's a revelation of this going on, and it causes a lot of pain on everyone. It's not like one person has the upper hand and the others are in pain. This is everybody's feeling pain here. And then following that, underneath the Knight of Cups, we have the Five of Pentacles. So there is a feeling of being left out in the cold. I feel like there is a team dynamic that's been broken up here, or that has shifted. And I feel like it's directly related to this Tower and this Three of Swords. It's like there is a party who's been left out or ostracized here. And perhaps that's you, Saggy. Underneath this Eight of Pentacles, we have Five of Wands. So I feel like there is a lot, there's a feeling of competition, there's a feeling of struggle, and there's a feeling of drama regarding something that has been worked very hard for. Perhaps there was a lot of effort put into something and it just felt like it was never getting anywhere. It just kept hitting these dead end after dead end after dead end and causing contention and strife and drama. And then underneath this Tower card, we have the Justice. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra. You may be dealing with Scorpio as well. I feel like this Justice card, again, is a self-introspection. It's forced to face the truth of a situation for someone in order for something to move to the next stage. I feel like there is this forced recognition of what is true about the situation, and perhaps about your own true feelings about the situation, because it's directly underneath this Tower. So I feel like this introspection becomes a forced thing, but it does bring into light when you are forced to evaluate and see through the situation to the truth of the matter. It really does reveal the truth of the matter to you. And directly underneath this Three of Swords, we have the World card, which this is a successful completion. I feel like this is a karmic completion for a lot of you. It is something that needed to happen, and it needs to come to an end in a successful completion. Not necessarily that a relationship per se comes to an end, but this dynamic comes to an end. So let's go through and clarify and see what we come up with as far as clarifying cards go. Please clarify this Knight of Cups here for Sagittarius for love for February 2018. What is this Knight of Cups about here? Please clarify this Knight of Cups here for love for February 2018. What is this Knight of Cups about here for Sagittarius? Okay, Two of Swords. So I feel like somebody does make an offer. There is a love offer that's made or an emotional offering that's made that somebody has to make a decision about. Perhaps you reach out to someone and they are in the process of making a decision, or perhaps they reach out to you and you are in the process of making a decision, but somebody is put into a position, or their intuition, she also has this moon that's visible up behind her, and she is blindfolded. So this is based on what she knows. This is based on an intellectual, but also her intuition is engaged, which means that it's not done on an emotional level. It's above the emotional level. So this decision has to be based on what is above the emotional level. Please clarify this, or above the emotions of whatever this Knight of Cups is too. Perhaps this offering is something that maybe even needs to be rejected. I'm not positive, but that Two of Swords would be making a decision regardless of the effect to someone else's perhaps emotions too, because it's based on intuition and what is known. It's based on facts. So that could be what some of you are facing too. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and clarify this Eight of Pentacles now. Please clarify this Eight of Pentacles for love for Sagittarius for February 2018. What is this Eight of Pentacles about here? Okay, so on top of the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Five of Swords, Eight of Pentacles again, and the Emperor. So I feel like there is a situation here, Saggies, especially in light of, I get for a lot of you, it has to do with career or business as well. But I have this, the Five of Swords is an energy of doing what has to be done at all costs. And then we have Eight of Pentacles again, clarifying the Eight of Pentacles, which has to do with even self-employment. It's mastery of a skill. It's getting to a point where things were working and it's profitable. And then on top of, or then clarifying that, we have the Emperor, which is someone who is ultimately in control. Is somebody who wants to be in control. Is somebody who chooses the greater good above his own necessarily. You know, it's more about above his own desires or even the desires of those close to him. It's like for the greater good. But it's also much more controlling in this instant because of this Five of Swords. I feel like it's willing to be domineering or take control at any cost. And it has a lot to do with this financial portion of things. So I feel like there is an element of desperation that's going on here. Perhaps some of you are feeling very vulnerable and that's really getting to you. Please clarify this Tower card here for Sagittarius for love for February 2018. What is this Tower card about here? Or somebody around you is feeling very vulnerable. But it could be more focused along the lines of work than anything else. Okay, so clarifying the Tower, we have the Five of Pentacles. So you're definitely feeling abandoned, I feel like, by somebody. And it's kind of like you're waiting for them to make a decision. But in the meantime, you're really trying to take control of things at any cost. It's like you feel like this panic-stricken, and I don't know if this is you or the other party. I'm sorry, I keep saying you. It is general, so it could be either or. But it's this energy of feeling like I have to hurry and get everything in order, or I'm gonna be left out. Like I'm gonna lose out. I'm gonna lose this chance or something. For some of you. On the flip side of that, though, there is this decision to walk away from something because you have felt left out too. It's kind of like choosing your own needs over the situation itself, or choosing what's better for you. And perhaps that Tower is self-imposed. You decide to end things. Please clarify this Three of Swords here for Saggy for love for February 2018. What is this Three of Swords about? Whatever it is, though, it's not an easy decision. It's definitely got you feeling torn up. Because on top of this Three of Swords is the Sun card. So for a lot of you, that's where that panic or that desperation kind of feeling, and I don't mean desperation in a negative way, but it's a feeling of like almost like being struck by lightning, like it's an epiphany. Perhaps that's a better way to say it. There's an epiphany that, wait a second, I'm gonna lose this happiness, this situation. I'm letting this Three of Swords, you know, cut off this happiness where I know I could be happy. So some of you may be reacting to that energy because you know somebody's making a decision about this situation, but you also know that this is where your happiness can come from. So let's see what this Five of Pentacles has to say. Please clarify this Five of Pentacles here for Sagittarius for love. Or perhaps a lot of you just decide that at any cost you are going to take control of your own financial situation or business situation and kind of ignore what is going on emotionally around everywhere else because you are throwing your focus straight into the business. And that could be leaving you cut off from all sorts of support. So it could be like a self-imposed type of a prison maybe too. Please clarify this Five of Pentacles here for Sagittarius for love for February 2018. What is this Five of Pentacles about here? Okay. So on top of the Five of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords. So you may be dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini, perhaps. A Libra, it could definitely be. There's also Leo here. I feel like, and Scorpio as well, I feel like here with this particular Queen of Swords, though, it was somebody who was an important ally or somebody who was very, very close to you that you feel completely cut off from, perhaps, with this Three of Swords and this Queen of Swords. And it's kind of like she cut that, perhaps. But there was also happiness here. So, again, this Knight of Cups up here that made this outpouring could have even been this other person, and maybe you were so focused on other things that everything fell apart as well. And it could be that that left you recognizing that this was what made you happy, but now you feel cut off from that person. That could be what it's saying as well. Please clarify this Five of Wands here for love for Sagittarius. And again, it could be vice versa because it is a general reading, so that could be the other party. Please clarify this 5 of Wands here for love for February 2018. What is this 5 of Wands about here? Please clarify this 5 of Wands for Sagittarius for love for February 2018. What is this 5 of Wands about here? Please clarify this 5 of Wands here. Please clarify this 5 of Wands here for Sagittarius for love for February 2018. What is this 5 of Wands about? One thing that stuck out to me about this 5 of Wands here, this is a little bit different than other decks because there is an actual wand and it looks like a team here that's competing against this other team. So it's kind of like a game of capture the flag. So that gives me a definite feeling of competition going on. And this 5 of Wands and 5 of Pentacles has to do with a competition. So there may be more than one party involved. Perhaps there's been a third party situation. Again, with this 3 of Swords here. And somebody's in the process of maybe making a decision between 2 people. And that could be heavily affecting you, Saggy, of course. Please clarify this 5 of Wands here for love for Sagittarius for February 2018. What is this 5 of Wands about here? Please clarify this 5 of Wands for Sagittarius for love for February. Are you coming out? No? Please clarify this 5. Okay, that came out. There we go. Let's see what this one says. On top of the 5 of Wands, we have the 7 of Pentacles, which is an indication of patience. It's also something that you work. A 7 of Pentacles can come in as something that it's like a harvest that produced less than was expected. A lot of work went into this harvest. A lot of work and nourishment went into this. A lot of patience into this process. And it produced less than what was expected. And that's created this opportunity for competition, perhaps. Maybe there is a situation where either you or the other party knows they didn't step up to the plate, or you didn't step up to the plate the way that you should have. And perhaps that is what is happening up here. Somebody's taking control of a work situation and succeeding on that front at all costs, I feel like, because they feel like that's going to solve this problem. In the meanwhile, though, things fall apart. There is heartache. This Tower and this 5 of Pentacles here has I feel like both people feeling ostracized from their happiness. The Sun card on top of this 3 of Swords has to do with definite contradiction between that heartache and that happiness. It's definite, like there is happiness here. And this Queen of Swords is somebody who she is thinking very logically and practically and having compassion in her heart, but she also feels cut off or left out from that which made her happy as well. And so there's demands that she has to stand for, because I feel like this 7 of Pentacles and this 5 of Wands, again, is the situation yielded less than what was expected, and that created competition or created a situation where there is now contention and drama. Let's see what this Justice is about. Please clarify this Justice card here for love for Sagittarius for February. Woo! Goodness, dropping cards left and right. Okay, so on top of the Justice, we have the Strength card. That could be, so it could be, you could be dealing with a Libra or a Leo. Again, there's Leo up in their sun. It could be any literally any sign takes place here, but this Strength card on top of this Justice card indicates to me that it is a situation of having a higher knowledge. It's going to require an inner strength to get through, but it's a higher knowledge here with this Justice card that this is the truth of what's been revealed, and it's going to require strength to get through. You can see this Justice card, she's dropping pictures out. Like, this is a revelation. It's going to require some inner strength here, because there is this feeling of this feminine energy that tames the beast here. But I feel like it's directly connected to this Justice also, where the truth is out, and it requires a whole lot of strength to get through. And then we've got the World card here at the end of it. So let's see what that's about. Please clarify this World card here for Sagittarius, for love for February 2018. Please clarify this World card here for Sagittarius, for love, for it could be too that Sagittarius, you may be in a position where you're forced to acknowledge the truth of a situation as well, and it may require inner strength to be able to acknowledge that. Because it could be that there is some responsibility maybe that you're feeling too, if you have indeed been having tunnel vision and been zoned out of perhaps the relationship. Please clarify this World card here for Sagittarius, for love, for February 2018. Okay, look at this. Queen of Pentacles right on top of this World card. So I feel like there is... Some of you, again, may be dealing with Virgo. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini or a Libra. Again, there's Leo here too. I feel like there is a situation here that a process of decision-making that is taking place between you and this other party, or perhaps a couple other parties. And the World card is a successful completion. And then on top of that, we have the Queen of Pentacles, who is like that feeling of home, who would be like a wife figure or a mother figure too. And so it's a successful completion with this person. So it could be that the two of you decide that you're ready to take on the world together after everything's been stripped down and there's acknowledgement of everything, or it could be that the two of you decide to end this relationship. Let's see if we can get another clarifier on there. Please clarify this World card here for love, for Sagittarius, for February 2018. What is this World card about here? Okay, on top of, we have the Three of Wands. So it could be that you could decide to end one chapter and try to move forward into a new chapter. It could be ending things with this individual, and perhaps that relationship ends and you move to the next chapter. Or, again, it could be this completion of this karma that's taken place, and the two of you choosing to continue on together or trying a new way of doing things, perhaps. So let me know what's going on with you. It is a little bit muddled there, but I feel like that's because a lot of you haven't made that decision yet. Perhaps it's maybe a decision that's made at the time. So let me know what's going down with you, and I will speak with you soon.